Hello friend, welcome back. In this tutorial I will show you how you can set the driver command, or you can say the command, while using the selectors healing feature in SelectorsHub Pro to verify all the selectors in one go whenever there is a UI change. It's very simple and straightforward. So like though we have already added lots of command in SelectorsHub Pro already, but still if you didn't find your command, because in some cases there are chances that if you go to selectors healing feature here, there is a by default select driver.find element, this command is there, and if you click on this drop down, lots of values are already defined there, which are pretty much covering each and everything which you might be using in your framework. But still there could be a chance that some of the commands are not there here, because in many cases you might be using any customized framework. So how to set those commands here if that is not here? So let me show you. Let's just start with this command, like driver.find element. So suppose we are writing a framework like this, but generally like in real time you might not be writing like this, but if it is like this you have, then simply you can copy and paste your code here, and this is the command already set, driver.find element by.selector and value here, submit. This will fetch all the selectors and value here. But in real time generally we don't use this kind of command, driver.find element. This is just for practice and like learning purpose we might be using. In real time I'm taking an example from Naveen Automation Lab, so credit goes to him for this example here. So here you see that private by selector name, the keyword is equal to by.id and the locator value. So this sounds like pretty much a real-time scenario. So let's copy this and go to that page on which we want to verify here. So this is the page. Here go to selectors healing and paste this value. Now here if we notice this, the command is something like private by selector name, keyword name is equal to by.id and then value. Okay, so this is like by, and here this id is the selector and this is the value. So what we have to do, if you see that, if you try to, let's say you want to edit this command here, you want to add this command. So if you see this, there are instruction given here like replace locator name by selector keyword. So if we copy this complete command, in fact the complete is not required, just copy this command, this much piece of code here, and paste it here, and now read the instruction, replace the locator name by selector. So here the locator name is id, so this we will replace by selector, and wherever it is written the value, and you see that, then the second thing is and locator value by value keyword. So this is our locator values, this we will replace by value keyword, and we are all set. Now click on submit. It should fetch all the values from here and showing the result here. So you see that it has fetched all the value from that code and showing us value. So this is how you can set the command. Let me show it again. So what we have to do, whatever piece of code you have, let me just copy this, paste it here, again delete this, and here this is our command like private by this one. So this is not really required because this is like kind of standard keyword, this is a standard thing, this is also standard, this is just the keyword name. We don't require keyword name in case of selectors healing feature. We just need the what type of selector it is and then where it is written the value. So we will just copy this part because this is common in all the command, and that we will paste it here. Now you can read the instruction here, replace locator name by selector. So this is the locator id here, which we will make it as selector, and this is the value which we will replace as value keyword, and we are set. You can just click on submit and it will fetch all the value and showing the result here. You can just edit any of them and fix those value just to make sure that those are one matching node or whatever. So this is how you can set the command. Let's take more example here. So this was one Selenium one. Suppose we are working with, let me just now take the Cypress one and then we'll go for the playwright. Like let's say register page, this one. And by the way, before I go there, this command which we just set here, this one by.selector value, this is already there. I just showed you guys that how you can show, but it is already there, by.selector and value. Also, whatever value you will set, it will remain there. Like you need not to reset that value again. Like if we close this value and we have set some value over there when we were working, then it is just one time effort. That value, that command will always saved over there. So you need not to reset again and again. Okay. Now let's jump into this one, the Cypress one. So this is Cypress command, Cypress piece of code. So let's just copy everything here. Copy and come here, Selectors Healing. We will paste this code. So now command here is cy.get, and here it is written the selector. So we will copy this piece of code, paste it here. Okay, so after pasting this command, let's say here, so this has cy.get and this is the value here. So get, here it could be cy.xpath, cy.get something. So this we will replace it as a selector, and here wherever the value is written, that we will replace it as value, and we can just click on submit. Also, if you want to see that, because you need not to set this command again and again by yourself, most of the time the command will be there. Like if you click here in the drop down, values will appear and you see that cy.selector value command was already there. So we could have directly select this and just click on submit, and it will verify all the values. Here you also have to notice one thing, that your value is inside single quote or double quote. So here our value is inside single quote, so that we will, here what we will do, we will replace this with single quote, though it will already take care, but still just to be very precise. And now click on submit, it will show all the value. If you close this and next time you open SelectorsHub Pro, suppose you are working with Cypress and you want to see the command again, same command, you just open and you will find the same command here. Okay. Okay, now let me just take an example of playwright as well. So anything like, let's home page, and here these are the like let's say these are the locators here. Copy this piece of code, come here, paste it here, and this is the command private string search and this value. So we will copy and paste this command here. So the value here, you see that private string search and the value here. So now let's see which one match very close. So you see that private string selector is equal to value. So this is matching very close to this. So we can select this command here and submit. It will fetch all the values and showing the matching count. So this is how you can verify and set command and select the command. Suppose if any command, let me just take one more example. Recently today I got one example from one of the user, that how can we use this kind of command, like because in their framework this was a very customized command, like constant, and this could be like, let's say id colon, or let's say make it xpath for an example for a second, and this was the value, like suppose this was /a. So in this case, how can we set the command? So here you copy this, come here, paste this complete value, and just to make sure, let me just make it vertical quote, those were double quotes. Copy this, paste it here, and wherever xpath or any selector name is written, so that we will replace with selector, value with value keyword, and let's just submit. It will verify xpath /a 81 matching count. Here it is showing. Suppose there are more values like this, if we keep copying, like suppose this I will make it as input, this I will make it as a tag, just css selector it is, and now submit. You see it is showing all matching count and fetching all the value. So this is how you can set this kind of commands as well, if there is something special in your framework which you are using. So mostly you will find it here in the drop down. If anything is not there in the drop down, don't worry, you can replace that. You can set the command and you will not have to set that again and again. If you make any mistake, it will show you that what you need to replace and where you need to replace. If still ever you face any challenge, then you can always reach out to us here on live chat at the SelectorsHub website, or you can directly contact us support at selectorshub.com. You will find the email ID here on our contact us page. So yeah, this is how you can set the command on SelectorsHub Pro while using the Selectors Healing feature. If you have any thought, any comment, and if you face any challenge, do let us know in the comment section, and how much you are using this feature, how much it is useful. Please let us know, and we will keep improving this and keep adding more and more command if required. Thank you so much.